to the Multi-2-1 podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Amy.
I'm Jess.
And we're here to talk all things motorsports, especially in the Formula 1 season of 2024. So I feel like we should just get straight into it with Monza so far. You can talk this, Mr. Fossey.
Right, okay. I think, personally, Monza went very well.
Of course you did.
I enjoyed the atmosphere, the Italian atmosphere.
It always goes well in Monza
so
every
good.
year.
And Charles won. So.
I do think the podium was amazing, very well deserved. I do feel like Oscar did get his revenge in Baku, which we will talk about in a bit.
Yes.
But yeah, Monza went very well, quite disheartening for Orlando.
Yeah, but
we have to kind of just move. It's racing. Like,
yeah.
What can we do?
With Monza, we had the Monza liveries come in.
Oh,
where now hear me out, okay?
As
a Ferrari person, I like the merch. But like, why would you have the squares on the race suit?
It's to show the carbon fibre details, which I think wasn't a good idea to begin with.
No, it looked a bit weird.
It's great in idea, not good in execution.
Yeah.
I think on the car with the yellow and black, I feel like it was kind of more...
It was
my opinion,
yeah.
It was overhyped, and I thought maybe, it kind of looks like a livery you'd get at Spa, you know?
It's a Spa livery because, like, obviously red, white, black, Belgian flag, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're going to do an all-out Monza livery in black, you make the car black.
That's what I think. Or, like, make it half black at least.
Yeah, like add a little more black details. Make the HP logo black and white. Right? Like, dare I say it, right?
Yeah, no.
While we're on the topic of Monza, Lando!
He did get pole.
He did get pole, and I have never been prouder because it's number 4 for my boy.
Yeah, but it is a big shame.
It is a big shame.
He bottles his first lap.
It's devastating.
Which honestly, I feel like it's on his self-confidence. I feel like that man lacks a lot of it, and it's a shame to see.
He puts too much pressure on himself. Like, he's said it himself before.
Like, I feel like he definitely could hold it if he doesn't get in his own head about it.
Exactly. And I feel like it's the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm on pole, I need to do this, and like, yeah, I know what like Max said, you need to think that you're the best, but sometimes you need to feel like this is something I need to work on, right? Like every driver has flaws, right? I hate to make the joke, but Checo really likes wattles.
He does. But every driver has their own flaws, and you see them showcased so often. Speaking
of strengths and weaknesses, Oscar Piastri's overtake.
Oh my god, that man! Dude, it caused so many like controversies on the media though. However, I think that overtake was done very well.
It was flawless. Like, Amy's our Oscar girlie here. Like, she can tell you, right? I think it was well earned.
I think it was well earned.
And without any papaya rolls or anything, it's coming straight in.
Exactly, it's nice.
And we obviously got Mr. Monza, Mr. Monaco's second win of the year.
Yeah.
Actually, which brings us on to the free practice of Monza and the announcement that was made right after he crashed of Kimi Antonelli signing for Merck.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was watching the practice, and as soon as he hit that wall, I texted Aaron and I went, "Oh, Antonelli's in the wall." And
then like 15 minutes later, Kimi Antonelli signs for Mercedes.
And you're like, "What?
What?"
I think the timing of it was really wrong. I think they could have maybe done it
before he crashed.
Before or after.
Or like after.
Like practice had actually finished, because it was like
maybe in like the break between FP3 and qualifying.
Yeah, like don't just post Antonelli crashed. Oh, he's signed with Merck.
Speaking of rookies joining, the rumours of Liam Lawson.
Yeah, right. So as of recently, we are just after Baku.
This is the Thursday before Singapore that we're filming.
Day for Singapore, and yesterday it was announced that
Liam might be signing
in replacement of Danny Rick, but he will also be signing RB for 2025.
Yeah. What? How does that work?
Make it make sense.
Like, I understand Daniel Ricciardo is carrying the media team, has been since 2012.
Right? Yeah.
Right? He's been carrying media, but come on. Like, it's just sad.
It is.
It's a game of cat and mouse between him and Christian.
It's been like this kind of all year though. You saw it at the start of the year when he was like
getting threatened to be replaced with Liam, getting threatened to be replaced with Mick.
Yeah, and then you saw it again just before summer break where it was
happened with Logan.
Yeah, how it happened with Logan, and then you saw the helicopter picture, and you saw the media's wave.
Yeah, it's a game of cat and mouse, and I hate to say it, but I feel like Red Bull are heavily involved in this.
They are, and I feel so bad for Danny.
It must be exhausting.
Yeah, because you don't know if you're actually going to.
You don't know if you're going to have income next year. You don't need to know if you need to leave the sport or not next year. You don't know if you're stuck as a reserve again.
You don't even know. He doesn't even know what he's doing this year.
Yeah,
because
there's obviously the whole thing of Liam.
Just replacing
driving Singapore, like we're having a Colapinto situation with Logan Sargent.
Well, to be fair, it has been confirmed that Daniel will be driving Singapore. I'm pretty sure, which is good.
We literally just read about it before filming.
Yeah, literally
he will be driving in Singapore, but we need to. We will be finding out either right after Singapore
or after
the break, which would be Austin.
Yeah, Austin.
The time Danny shines.
Let's go.
Again on rookies, Ollie Behrman being an absolute icon.
Hello, how he scored he scored points for two different teams
in the span of 6 months.
Yeah, and it was his first two races
ever, and now he's signing with Haas, which I think they're doing the Charles Leclerc route with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. But in my opinion, how on earth did Ollie Behrman score more points than most of the grid up until very recently?
It's actually quite sad. Speaking of teams that are in absolute shambles.
Yeah, wow.
Williams! I'm putting the hat down for this one.
Yeah,
I'm putting the hat away for this one.
That, yeah. What is going on over there?
It's been downhill ever since James Vowles took over. I'm going to be so for real. it has been on the downfall for a while. I feel so sorry for Jenson Button being an ambassador to them.
No, yeah, I just don't know what's going on anymore.
It's
they kick Logan, but before they kick Logan, they already announced Colapinto, and then they kick Logan, and then
in the span of 15 minutes, bro, it's not going to do well for the algorithms. We don't know which one's going to come up first, which one's going to flop, which one's going to do well.
Make it make sense.
Exactly. And while we're on James Vowles, Carlos to Williams.
I feel like it's good to keep Carlos on the grid, but I think he's deserved higher than Williams.
He deserves so much better than Williams, I'm sorry. He was great in McLaren, he was great in Renault, he was great in Toro Rosso in his rookie year, he's been really well at Ferrari.
He's done really well at Ferrari, but
I mean, are we going to see any improvement from Lewis? I mean, that was where Fernando Alonso went in the downhill. I'm going to be...
I hope!
Ferrari curse.
That is the Ferrari curse.
And if you think of Lewis to Ferrari, that means you also can think of Lewis's retirement.
I think it's going to happen soon. I
think, he said he'd always wanted to retire.
I think he's going to get one race win in Ferrari and then pull a Nico Rosberg and vanish.
Yeah, I feel like 2026 or 2027 just won't
2026 is not going to happen. He's going to be out by the end of Abu Dhabi 2025. He'll also have us all in tears.
Yes, it will.
See, while we're on the topic of weird relationships between team principals and drivers.
Oh my god.
What do you mean you tell me that Toto Wolff carries a contract for Max Verstappen?
That's a level of dedication that I wish I had.
That's my level of dedication. I will
I don't have that level of dedication to anything. Anything at all. It's honestly impressive.
You want to know something that always fascinates me? Especially from this season. Injury to win.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Carlos gets his appendix out, wins. Lando cuts his nose open, wins. Oscar breaks his rib, wins.
Yeah, this injury to win thing is getting a bit far
By the way,
now.
just while we're on the topic of Carlos, Lando and Oscar, that is my podium for Singapore, and if it does come up, I will do a shoey in the next podcast.
We do have bets set for that.
I will be doing a shoey, and I have admitted that.
If any of our three drivers we selected to get pole gets pole, we will all be doing a shoey. It's a
shoey episode next week.
Pretty much.
I mean, guys. I still have to do one during the qualifying because it's my birthday. So
unless it all surprises us really badly,
we're gonna get Danny Rick on podium again.
We'll get Danny Rick. We'll get Nico, and we'll get
maybe you never know. Colapinto might get podium.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of Colapinto, F2 promotion. Stop it.
I just don't understand what they wanted to do there. They removed him from F2, brought him to F1 for what, 9 races? Not even that.
Yeah, and where's he gonna go next?
They said for Audi, no, but he's still got a year until that anyway.
Yeah, he's still got a whole year till Audi.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Why remove Logan at that point?
Speaking of Audi, see while we're on the topic of that, you know what was an absolute dream team at Renault? Danny and Nico.
True.
Do you guys think that Carlos will be going to Williams? No, not Williams. Audi.
Absolutely.
People have been saying he's only going to Williams so you can go to Audi after. That's why he's in a lower level. Well,
he's just in a lower level to like clear his heat and then instantly go right back into it. And
he needs a placement.
Hide himself from whatever the hell James Vavels was doing.
Clearly wasn't going to sign Carlos.
No, Toto Wolff was dead set on this dude. Like,
dead set on another F2.
So join Williams for 1 year just so he can stay in the grid though.
You know who deserves to be risen more?
Who?
Than Colapinto in that, in my personal opinion, Paul Aaron.
No, yeah, I agree.
He's what, like, 4th in the driver standings right now?
Yeah, Paul Aaron's doing amazing this season.
Colapinto is 9th in the F2 driver standings, and Paul Aaron is what, like 4th? Like, he's up in the top 5 nonetheless.
Colapinto's doing amazing.
Colapinto's doing okay in F1.
He did shock me.
Yeah, but
like,
Paul Aaron, and
Paul Aaron's doing, there's a lot of other drivers that are doing a lot better.
He either needs to see, and you know what it feels like again? Max Futrell.
Yeah.
Like, I love Max Futrell so much. I'm literally in quadrant right now, right? Like, I'm a diehard quadrant girly. And I feel like what happened with Max is just going to be what happens with Paul Aaron, which is devastating.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We're already losing. It just shows how expensive this sport is. It's a sport of money. Like, what was the girl's name again? The girl who ran Williams, I forgot her name. She had admitted that Williams were only hiring pay drivers because they couldn't afford to pay their employees.
Yeah. Because
they were they were stuck in overspending.
It's mad, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Sorry, see why we're talking about cost. Well, a certain Mexican man has just popped into my head. Sergio Perez.
What happened here? We had such
a good race, such a good podium. And then Carlos loses a bit of grip, and then Checo just goes, I'm going to go right into the blind spot.
I'm just going to go right into the bit that I know he can't see, so he'll go poof. We, to be fair, after the amount of crashes Checo's had this season, we almost got a Checo podium.
And also, the almost black flag, that would have been if any Marshall's seen the head thing, because it has been confirmed that he did, shake his head a bit.
There's a video of it happening where Checo goes and pushes...
There's a Marshall that took a video as well and, posted it to Twitter. It's quite devastating to look at. That's one of, the biggest rules.
You don't know if that driver's injured.
Exactly.
You go over and
shake the head. You might be doing more damage than you realise.
Yeah, the neck is a very dangerous part of their body.
The neck, the spine, the head in general. This entire bit of your body is
exactly
so sensitive because say you get a scratch in the back of your neck that cuts a little too deep, you could be dead within 30 seconds. There's so many arteries here. There's so much muscle here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
And I know they're strong. They've trained their necks, but they don't. You need to think about it in a way that he's just.
But then again, brain trauma.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. I understand checking consciousness. You wave your hand in front of someone. You gently touch their shoulder. You do anything else.
Anything else, but don't push their head back.
Yeah. I'm sorry if they done it with any other driver, say
literally
Zhou Guanyu's spin out.
Yeah.
If he didn't spin out and face against the wall and he was just against the barriers.
Yeah.
Anyone done it to him, instant black flag.
No, exactly.
It's a bias, and then the FIA to come in and say
oh yeah, we reviewed the incident and we're taking no further action.
No, you give him a race ban like Kevin Magnussen.
Or you give him a penalty for the next race, or give him something. Don't just let him away with it.
Yeah, give him a pit start or something. Give him a pit lane start or something. But K-Mag.
My man, what? Oh, come on, man.
Obviously, we're filming this before Singapore, so we have not got K-Mag's chaos yet.
Yeah, we haven't got that back yet. We have just finished up with Ollie's replacement. I'm
so excited for Singapore.
I am so excited. I love Singapore and I love chaos. And
it's silly season, bro. We've had 7 different winners. We've had Red Bull on a downfall. We've had McLaren on the uprise. On the up again. It's 2009 all over again, guys. Close enough. I'll come back Jenson Button every time I say London Norris.
She says it a lot.
Yeah.
We've had Charles Monaco and Monza. Monaco of all things.
Monaco is home race cars, and then it was like.
And then he took a few.
He took it to a few races, and then we've had obviously Lando and Oscar, our papaya boys, going their first 2 races.
Yeah,
this season.
I'm so happy.
I've never been prouder.
I'm so proud of them. They deserve it. Honestly,
I feel like a wee mum every time I see them. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so.
Oh my god, you won.
To be fair, you should. While we're on the topic of the papaya boys, what the hell is papaya rules?
Papaya rules, guys. Remember papaya rules. Sorry.
I don't remember. I think it's like you can race, just don't crash into each other.
You can race, but not race.
Yeah. what do you mean?
Essentially, that is
but
what
then
it
it's
is.
also if you can bring in the fact that they say they've not got a priority driver, and then all of a sudden say they're going to prioritise Lando,
and then he qualifies 17th. Like,
and then Oscar wins.
Oscar winning.
But do you think for the next race, do you think they're then going to prioritise Oscar?
No, they're saying because Lando's in the championship. So I actually done the math for this. Well, somebody in my messages actually helped me. Shout out Callum Stevenson, the karting champion of the world. He's not, but we will. Mr. P19. Lando needs to finish 9 points ahead of Max every single, for the rest of the races. It is a massive ask, which means we need to have Max below the top 5 and Lando on every single podium.
Yeah, which
P1, P2, no matter what.
That's a lot.
That is a big ask, and I know Lando's been on McLaren have been on a lot of the podiums.
Yeah, but we're also getting closer, and I feel like Max is going to hold that to his best
he's
ability.
He's death gripping that. He's like, I'm not letting this go.
And I don't blame him.
I wouldn't blame him.
I'll be happy to see him get his fourth.
When he's matching championship titles with Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, exactly. My little
you've got your little SV5 over there.
I think I think
Baku was a really great show of, I hate to say it, Lando's ability to actually overtake.
But he also is in such a rocket.
Yeah, and I understand that because we've obviously got the flexi wing.
Yeah.
Right, which
believe me, we know you've got the flexi wing. You don't have to tell anyone else.
The car's not illegal if the FIA say so, right? Cry. I don't know if you can tell I'm a diehard McLaren defender, guys.
We were sat in our class half an hour ago-ish, and we get the notification
of McLaren investigation, and I've never seen Jess grab her phone so fast. She was desperate to read this.
I was like, wait, what? And then she flipped it around to Erin, and then flipped it around to Amy.
Because we needed to know what happened.
Yeah.
It's scary. But Baku, being such the horrendous track that it is.
But one of my favourite tracks.
It's really good. But should we talk about the F2s? The Red Bulls? What?
Guys, when you say race together, when we say race side by side, we don't mean into the barrier together.
In the words of Mark Webber, multi-21, Seb, multi-21.
They're doing it together, guys.
Yeah. Ride or die.
You know what? They're there for each other.
That's what teammates do, I guess.
It is.
An F2 though.
That's
only an F2.
That's multi-21. That's the new age of multi-21.
Genuinely, I have done such a deep dive into F2 recently, and I don't know why.
I've been back into that in IndyCar recently. I fell back
I
in
love
love with
IndyCar.
IndyCar. Mainly because I'm 99% sure that's where Logan Sargent is going. He's either going to be stuck as a reserve or he's going to IndyCar. If he's stuck as a reserve, I will forever despise James Vivels. I can't lie.
I agree. No, but
he was at IndyCar just before Baku, wasn't he? He was at the IndyCar race then.
Yeah.
When Pato won. Sorry.
No.
I do feel like Baku is a great way to show how well you do under pressure.
Yeah. No, and it's honestly, I think the people who got podium in Baku, minus George Russell, obviously they worked hard for that.
Listen, right, I feel like that's good. That's the karma for emotionally accepting the disqualification from Spa, was it? He got disqualified? No. You know when he got disqualified this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Spa. Yeah, it was. Because it was Oscar on the podium and he was originally P3, then he was P2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we ball. But
yeah.
my God, what a race Spa was as well. It's a great way to see how well you work under pressure.
Yeah, no,
and it's also the way you get curses. See Charles Leclerc with his Baku pole curse. Monaco, Baku, And I honestly think Suzuka are all the ways you get cursed. Right? My top 3 tracks are all the cursed ones, which is amazing to think about.
Monza.
I don't know if you guys can tell she's a diehard Tifosi.
I'm not. No, because I've got Oscar as my favourite driver, right?
I've got Logan Sargent as my favourite.
Whole different thing, right? But I do like Ferrari.
Yeah, we know.
Just a tad.
Sorry, I'm actually looking at the time here. We're so stuck for time.
We're in such a rush, by the way, and we have.
Our apologies if we're like talking really fast. Not only is it the fact that we're all Scottish.
Yeah, we do apologise for that one.
Yeah,
but
we
it's
are
also the
really
fact.
rushed.
Yeah, we have to be out this building by 5.
And it's 4:30 right now.
And we're 20 minutes in. So
I mean, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that, and then we know. But why are we talking?
See, like, you know what's the funny? Like, I have such a love-hate relationship with, especially in sports, but specifically for like the current F1 grid, PR training.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what we should bring back? You know the press conferences?
I would love that. I
want the free practice jokes back.
No, literally, I have been... Oh, because I just keep watching all the old ones.
Yeah, like...
That's what I've just been sat doing. I'm sitting watching all the old,
something I love, PR trained wags, because they make it so pretty.
Just wags.
Wags,
just wags. Hate to break it to you guys.
Wags,
I'm an Alexandra fan. I think
her. Me and Amy are the two
Kika.
girls.
I love Kika as
love
well.
Kika.
I'm actually a Rebecca Donaldson girlie again.
Carmen.
I have a bias. She's Scottish.
I was about to say Carmen. I love Carmen.
Both
Carmen.
Lilies.
Both Lilies. Oh. So beautiful. They always know what they're doing. They always know how to make this presentable. It's so... But do you know who was the staple wag? And I will forever stand by this. She was the blueprint.
Yes.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Yes.
Right, 2008 Nicole Scherzinger in that McLaren paddock.
Perfect.
Right, peak wag.
Absolutely
the way she's
perfect.
screaming, the way she's enjoying the champagne.
Yeah.
That is the standard. But see, now we've got all the F1 talk out the way, I feel like we should just do like a little intro. So like, names again, favourite drivers, things like that.
Yeah, I feel like we need to...
Yeah, I feel like we kind of need to introduce ourselves.
Introduce ourselves properly.
We're 25 minutes in.
We
but
have
like,
just rambled, but you know
top tracks, like top 3 tracks as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
If you have them.
Yeah.
Or can pick.
Yeah. You want to go? You want me to? Is that in the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I'm obviously Erin. Hello. My top 3 favourite tracks are Suzuka, Monaco and Singapore. We're not counting Las Vegas or Austin because, like, America. But my favourite retired driver is Mark Webber. And my current favourite driver on the ground is Lando Norris.
So I'm Amy, and my 3 favourite tracks would probably be Silverstone, Spa in Australia. I had to think about that one. My favourite retired driver is Kimi Räikkönen.
Iceman.
For real.
Yeah. Current driver?
Current driver, Lando and Oscar.
I'm Jess. My favourite tracks are probably Baku. Oh, Jesus.
You're a Ferrari fan and you're really questioning this?
No, I am actually.
That's a bit...
Baku, Monza and My favourite retired driver is Seb, and my favourite driver... Oscar, Charles and Lando. We'll go all three.
We've got the Holy Trinity in there. Also, you can tell where we got the multi-2-1 name from, can't you guys?
Can you tell yet, guys?
Please do not sue us. We are just students. Right? Like, please, right?
Did you hear the thing about them wanting to make a rookie sprint race?
That...
Do you know, it gets to that, that's when you know it's hit a whole level of low, when the whole grid is just going to be rookies.
Yeah.
Like,
and it really sucks. Well, Fernando Alonso's still going to be kicking somehow,
he
right?
Is a
like
rookie.
he is the rookie.
Yeah.
He's the blueprint for the rookies, man. He had beef since day dot, right?
And I love him.
We do. I think we all. You kind of hate Fernando. He's
hate
carrying
Fernando.
Aston Martin's media. Like George Russell's carrying Mercs.
He's amazing. You scroll your TikTok and you get Nando up and you're
Please
never going to complain.
pay the admins so much money
No, genuinely.
for like convincing them.
And Mercedes as well.
That skibbity toilet thing actually made me want to be sick. I can't lie.
I am not.
I can't decide if I want to keep my hand on. I'm sitting there looking at myself in the camera, just like...
Yeah, I'm not looking. It's making me anxious.
It's making you giggle.
Yeah.
You should have seen us before this recording, man. It was
so bad. We've tried this intro 500 times.
Oh, we've done it so much.
It was so bad.
But I do feel like I do feel like we're going to have it, if Papaya Rose keeps up the way that it is going, we're going to have a repeat multi-2-in-1. Do you want to know why? Yeah. Lewis Hamilton, a German, and an Aussie are always present.
Always present, people, always present.
We all know who the German is in the current grids, and he's also got a similar name of another rivalry.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
All connected, all comes back.
All the lore. You know, my favourite random piece of F1 trivia is... What? The scandal that was used in Charlie XCX's Vroom Vroom being Crashgate. That is the most iconic thing ever to me. As a Charlie XCX girly, that makes me
I am until Apple comes on, then I'm out.
Real, by the except from the Nicole Piastri Hattie.
Oh yeah, man, I love that. They t-shirts.
The t-shirts.
We need to come in with them.
Yeah.
I'll get a Mark Webber's Brat one.
And I'll get a Seb Vettel's Brat one.
And then Kimmy is Brat.
He's Brat. When I say that is literally our canvas.
It's like our team's profile pictures, and it's the funniest thing ever. My Outlook account is actually the photo of Max, Oscar, and Lando in the stairwell. And you can't see anybody else but Lando, like a little bit of Max. Oh, Oscar's just out the frame.
It just looks so a stairwell.
It literally looks like a stairwell featuring Lando Norris. It's so funny.
Our lecturer did bring up to us,
go on Pinterest and look up Formula 1 funny memes. 99% of it is just Max and Daniel.
Yeah, it is actually.
They're literally carrying.
There's a lot of Oscar in there as well.
It's just because Oscar's like me. He doesn't say it, but he reacts with his face.
Yeah. I do that quite often.
That's because we're all neurodivergent, of course we all do it.
Amy quite audibly
Amy says what she thinks, and then the rest of us just give the most horrendous side eye possible. Literally. It is bad. 20 minutes.
I have an insane headache, guys.
Yeah, me
just
too.
To drop that here.
I feel like we should probably wrap this one up. So, thank you for listening to the Multi-2-1 podcast. I've been Erin.
Amy.
Jess.
And we'll see you either at the next race or wanting them to come back because we're sick of the breaks.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.